The whole Frizzell family and the Haggards are very, very close. David Allen, all of them. But Lefty was my first vocal influence other than my dad. But it was in 1972. I was about 13, maybe 14 at the time. All I remember is my dad and I and Chris Christopherson were sitting in a motel room in Nashville, Tennessee. And my dad and Chris were sitting around picking on guitars and stuff. And I was sitting there watching, listening, learning. And the phone rang. Dad answered the phone. He talked for a minute. And he hung up. And he said, "Son, you ain't gonna believe who that was." He said, "That was Lefty Frizzell." Dad knew I loved Lefty. I said, "Really? Cool." He said, "Yeah, Lefty said he has a song. He just wrote it yesterday and he wants to play it for me. You want to go with me?" I said, "Yes, sir." I had never met Lefty yet. All I knew about him was his records. I hadn't heard him sing live. I'd never heard him sing anything. I didn't know him. But my dad and I and Chris Christopherson jumped in a car. We drove across town Nashville to another motel where Lefty was staying. We walked in. I sat down right there by the door. But my dad and Chris walked over and sat on the bed that was across from where Lefty was sitting. There's that dang that. And Lefty grabbed his acoustic guitar and he sang this song I'm going to do for you right now. He had just written it and he played it for my dad. When he got done, he asked Dad, he said, "Merle, what do you think about the little song?" And Dad told him, he said, "Lefty, that's a hit record." He said, "Well, Merle, why don't you record it for me?" Dad said, "No, Lefty, you need to do it." Lefty said, "No, Merle, I want you to do it for me." In 1972, Dad was probably the hottest act in the world. I mean, he was the cat daddy back then, right? Lefty knew if Dad cut that song, he was probably going to make a bunch of money, and he wanted to make some money. But Dad told Lefty, he said, "Lefty, you ain't had no hits in years." He said, "You need that song. I don't. You need to cut it. I'm not going to cut it." And they argued back and forth. And finally, my dad said, "Lefty, we're leaving, okay?" He said, "I'm not cutting your dang song, Lefty. You need to do it. That song will bring you back. I don't need it, you do." And we stood up to leave, my dad and I and Chris. And Lefty said, "Well, Merle, before you go, will you please at least take this tape with you?" It was a little cassette tape he had recorded, just him and his guitar singing this song. He said, "If you change your mind, Merle, please cut it for me." He said, "Lefty, I'm not singing your song. You're going to have to do it." He said, "But we'll take your tape." Well, my dad and I and Chris jumped back in our car. We drove back to our motel rooms across town, Nashville. We had two rooms that were side by side. Well, my dad and Chris went back in the room that they were in originally playing their music, and they went back to picking on the guitars and doing whatever else they were doing. And the only thing missing probably was Willie Nelson. All right? They went back to having some fun. But I grabbed that little cassette tape that Lefty gave my dad, and I went next door. And I went in that room, and all by myself, I learned this song that night. It's the first song that I can remember learning all by myself as a kid growing up. And, after that meeting with Lefty, every time my dad and I would get together around the house picking, my dad liked to play lead guitar like Dwayne does. That was his thing. He loved to play guitar, And when he'd get in a guitar playing mood, he would always holler out, "Hey, Marty, come in here and sing some songs for me so I can play some guitar behind you." We'd get together for a couple, 3 hours. I'd sing some songs. He'd pick guitar. But somewhere during the meeting that we always had, he'd always at some point ask, "Hey, do that old song of Lefty's. I like the way you do that." And I would always do him this song. This went on for about 10 years or so. But it was in 1982. I was in my dad's band for about a year or two, playing rhythm guitar and singing harmony for him. Mainly because his third wife had left him. And whenever Dad lost a wife, he always lost a harmony singer. Yeah, Leona Williams had left him. And I happened to walk in front of the stage when they were doing a sound check one night in 1982. And I walked by and he said, "Hey, son, grab your guitar, get up here and sing harmony and play rhythm for me tonight." I'm like, "Dad, I don't sing harmony." He said, "Just do it. Leona left me. I need you to help me finish up this trip." He said, "When we get home, we'll get somebody else." Well, Well, he didn't get nobody else for 2 years until the next wife came along. And anyway, one night when I was in the band, we was doing a sound check somewhere. We was playing, and Dad come over to me. He said, "Hey," he's calling me Mark. He said, "Hey, Mark," he said, "that old song of Lefty's you do." He said, "I'm thinking about cutting it." He said, Lefty's wife, Alice, is really struggling. She needs some help. Lefty had passed away about 3 or 4 years earlier. He said, Alice is really hurting for some money. He said, I'm trying to figure out some ways to help her out. He said, maybe if I cut that old song of Lefty's, maybe it'll make her some money. He said, but I cannot remember how it goes. I need you to show me how you do that. So I sent him down and I showed him how I do it. He recorded it in 1983. It was a #1 record. He won the Grammy Award for it that year for the best country performance of the year. And never even mentioned my name. I've been throwing all shit over my left shoulder. I spent most all my life searching for that four-leaf clover. Yet you ran with me, chasing my rainbow. Honey, I love you too. That's the way love goes. That's the way love goes, babe. That's the music that got me. For all the world to sing. It never gets old. The only grows. Losing makes me sorry. You say, honey, now don't you worry. For honey, I love you too. That's the way love goes. That's the way love goes, babe. That's the music that got me here. For all the world to sing. It never gets old, it only grows. Losing makes me sorry. You say, honey, now don't you worry.